But anyway, yeah, I finished the log pile recently, and I want to tidy this area up now, make it look a little bit better. I've been actually going through different ideas what to actually make here, and my first idea was that I'm gonna expand the concrete this way as well, end it just before the road, so I would get like an extra shed on this corner. But I think that idea is not gonna fly, so backup idea is a bit easier and less work, and I think it will look a bit better as well. Basically, I have that tree line here which I installed some time ago, and I'm gonna continue with the tree line up to that corner. And somewhere here will be the last tree in the row, and I think I'm gonna plant a couple of them in the middle as well, and then just let this whole area kind of green up, I guess, with time. And next to the concrete, I'm gonna just dump topsoil, but make sure the grade is away from the concrete itself. However, I want the topsoil layer to be like somewhere here, so very close to the edge itself. But before I can do any of that, I think we need to take down this tree once and for all. And personally, I would maybe leave it. It's kind of a maybe at the moment. It's very leany, as you can see, and all the leaves are for some reason only on one side, so it's a one-sided tree, and I think it just kind of doesn't suit the area anymore. Plus, because it's a lonesome tree, you know, some wild winds can just kind of push it over very easily. Plus, it's next to the power line as well, so if it drops on that, then we're all screwed. So I'm gonna start off with this Widowmaker. Try to get that guy out of here. Currently, I'm not sure about the stump. Maybe I can leave it inside the ground, because it looks like maybe the topsoil layer is just gonna cover it up anyway. So maybe I don't have to do anything with the stump. Just cut it as close as I can to the ground. Then we should be able to sort that situation out. But if not, then we can always wake something up here and do a bunch of that whistling, you know, and the stump will just walk out of here on its own. Now again, just willy-dilly cut it down. I think I need to persuade it a bit that way, because currently it's kinda leaning towards the power line, very slightly, but still. I think a professional would be able to cut that down without using any persuasion techniques, but I am nowhere any of that professional nonsense, so I don't want to take any risks, and I'm gonna try to persuade it a little bit that way. And I think I'm gonna use the hoe for that. So tie a rope up there somewhere and just kind of put some tension that way. Yeah, whatever, I need to go down anyway. Look at this freaking choker, man. What a bunch of crap. Such wonderful nature sounds. maybe we can pull it down with the unlock. Oh no. I guess not. It moved it pretty well though. Look at that. The thing was literally there, now it's there. Man. Maybe it's hollow inside. Let's try one more time. That was kind of unexpected. Yeah, I was pretty sure I'm gonna need to fire up the chainsaw for this part. I think I actually came out pretty well. As you can see, I did not need a lot of force to pull that thing down. Just a little bit of tracking, and then I helped along with the bucket over there. Kept pulling myself forward. That's all it took. And just imagine a little heavier wind. It could have done the same thing, but maybe towards the power line. Looks like this thing was pretty much dead because I don't see a lot of like main routes. It's just a dirt ball at this point. It's okay guys, I'm not gonna hit my legs, don't worry. I'm gonna move very fast, I'm just gonna miss my legs every time. Now I've said this before, but I'm gonna show you guys one more time. If the situation is as it is right now, like so. So when the log is up in the air, as it is right now, and you wanna cut the piece off, don't just cut from the top. Cut like maybe a little bit less than halfway from the bottom first, and then make your cut from the top. Then the breakage, you know, when the log starts to break off, the crack will happen in the center. So right there somewhere. But if you did not do the bottom cut, then the crack would happen down there somewhere, and it will also rip most likely a chunk out of that. So a crack will go that way as well, which will ruin the next piece. See, that's pretty good, because there's no damage done to this piece now. But if I did not do what I just did, then there would be a massive crack here as well, and it would probably continue on for like a meter, maybe a bit more, which would ruin the next piece. You know, same situation applies here as well, but you know, I can't really get under there very well. I'm gonna try, but yeah, it didn't work. My little plan did not work, see? It went that way. But because this is the stump area, I don't really care about that. And looks like the damage there is not that bad. Maybe about 20-40 centimeters. Not that bad. So that's why the bottom cut is kind of important, but I couldn't really do it here. I didn't want to dig into the ground too much. Guys, look at that clearance. That's just insane. Look at that. What? That is some precise math there. Looks like we got a little leak here. I think the quick attach itself is faulty. It's only leaking on the upper one. Oh, it's coming from there instead. Why is it coming from there? Is that even torqued down? Man, it's not even torqued down. What an embarrassment. hell, man, this thing has been fighting me pretty hard. But I think we're getting somewhere now. Dancing around on my concrete, man. Look at this crap. Already damaged. What a bunch of nonsense. It's just so much stupid mud on it. Plus spy roots all around, holding it to the ground. Hey, that rhymes. Technically I could have done this in quarter of the time if I used Joseph, but guys, let's be honest. I think that guy will do more harm than good. Let's go home, baby. Oh my God. Now off to the sawmill. Maybe we can get a couple of slabs out of this thing. Poor guy. You know, I think I'm just gonna make the decision for it. I don't think this is gonna make it especially. I don't know. It's extremely unlikely now. Hole. Gotta fix that. Now I have this little dirt mountain here which I want to get rid of. I kind of piled it here last year and it's just kind of in the way at the moment. Maybe I can fit all that stuff there, so I could get like 2 goals with 1 work, right? Get rid of something but do something else, right? Look at that, guys. We got some treasure. I think it's part of the tractor. Goes somewhere on top of the front axle, right? Maybe here. There's a different model. Maybe it will be. No, it's different. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's not for that. Fits there pretty well. Yeah, I figured while I'm already here, might as well fix that. Actually, I want to get like an open space here so I could continue stacking firewood boxes here as well. In this area gets pretty good sunlight throughout the day, so would be pretty good for firewood. What do you think, guys? Steve said it's dead, but let's give it a chance, shall we? Can't hurt, right? If it dies, whatever. You got a new plant, replace it. If it survives, hallelujah, right? Yeah, guys, I'm not kinda sold on the idea that you know, dirt ends and then we got gravel. I think there should be something in the middle, some type of retaining wall, maybe. I think that would be a really good idea. Let's get like a retaining wall going from there to like a turn here, and then maybe end with the road somewhere here. I'm not sure at the moment, but maybe it's fine, you know. Eventually it's gonna look like this. Got that asphalt shavings next to the grass. I think this looks fine. Maybe it's gonna look the same here as well, because I'm planning to put asphalt shavings to the spaceport as well. I'm not really sure at the moment. But it would totally make sense here though, but not so much on this side. And if I install it on this side, then I also have to install it around this triangle. Because if I have it there, then why shouldn't I have it here, right? I'm gonna go have a look. Maybe I can find some rocks. Okay guys, so I got good news and I got bad news. I can definitely get some rocks, but they're kind of big for this part. I mean, they're about this size, but I need maybe like this size. So I think I'm just gonna dig like a little trench where to put the rocks. So the bigger rocks will be sitting a bit underground, and that way they are not so much out of ground. Right? That works as well. I mean, why not? Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Nice little line with that little turn. But I think this will work. It's not finished yet, but I think this will work. What do you think? I think this will work. I need a boatload of those smaller pieces now. Or literal boatload. Like the Titanic or something like that. And I think I need a load of gravel as well. So I'm gonna go dump the stump off at its final destination. And then I'm gonna go to the borrow pit, because I think I can get like a single load of these smaller pieces from that pit. Plus I need at least one load of gravel as well to put behind the rocks. I think it's going great. Yeah, I think it's going very great. No. One more. And little blue is probably gonna die. Dude, I was pretty sure I'm not gonna make it. Somehow. Yeah, you better run. Somehow we pulled through. Dude, this is probably the heaviest load I've ever done with it. And normally I carry sand and gravel and stuff like that, but not rocks. This is basically just rock. Definitely the heaviest load ever for the little blue. But I think it pulled through because you know, it hasn't been raining for like a week now, and the gravel is super dry at the moment, so I'm guessing that's why we got up the mountain. But the next load definitely needs to be a bit smaller. Don't want to get stuck in the middle of the mountain. That's the worst thing that can ever happen. You know what, guys? I think this is so unfair. You know, whenever I even start thinking about building rock walls, it immediately starts raining. Every time. This must be extremely exciting, yo. Just some random dude stacking rocks. The rain is the most important part, though. Just try to remember that, okay? There's my pillow. You know, this was just a little test, but I think it's worth it. Looks pretty neat, actually. I like the dern. It's so dirny. It's like a circle almost. And that's a pretty decent wall between two layers of crap, literally. I think it even looks like a garden bed now. Plus it kind of suits the area now with those walls all around. May even have stones left over. Where's the next wall gonna be, man? Look at that. Oh boy. Sure glad I came up here. Raiped noh, kõik põlema läheb. Yeah, I think this works pretty good. Looks like another Supermom's garden bed, honestly. Käru küll vaja ei ole, ma ei tea, nalja täitsa. Taimed kaaluvad 100 grammi. I assume it's a pretty good view from up there. Looks pretty dope from down here as well. You know what? This was never the plan. I don't know what happened. Somewhere in the middle something went horribly wrong. All I planned to do was just break the area a bit. And that's it. That's it, guys. This just came out of nowhere. I don't know, but I think this option is somewhat better than playing stupid with the rake. I'm so glad that tree is missing now. That was actually an issue. I had no idea, but it was pretty bad. Yeah, I was kind of worried that maybe if the rock wall ends so abruptly, then it's not gonna match with anything else. But I think it's fine. It's not half bad. But you know, that area is nicely sorted. They still have a little bit of work here. I figured I'm gonna put a bit of that topsoil, still have a little bit left on this area as well, so I could cover up that ugly concrete edge over there. And then I figured I'm gonna fill this little hole in, because I don't need it and it's basically useless anyway. But I wanna save the steel plate, because that's a pretty decent thick plate material. I think it's like 10 or something like that, so I can definitely use it somewhere else. I don't need to bury that. Plus there's like a visible hole in this area, so I can nicely smooth this area out as well. Okay guys, so after some intense debate, I think we're gonna prolong this video a bit. Not sure if that's good or bad, but guess we'll see at the end. So I got this wild idea that let's build a little rock wall around this triangle as well. And Super Mom kinda agreed. She said might look okay. Super Sister was not sold on the matter fully, but we did do a little compromise, and we're gonna do a wall on this side and on this side, but at the moment not planning to do a wall on that side, so it will be like an open triangle. Not sure if that's gonna work, but you know, maybe it's fine. Maybe we don't need any wall on this side. Maybe it's fine. I do have a little issue though. That's about all I have at the moment. So luckily though, I do have a little stash hidden in the forest somewhere, so we can pick that up. I think there's like a trailer load there, maybe even more. I have no idea who put those rocks there, but they have been there for a really long time, because there's like a bunch of moss growing on them, but it's essentially like a pile of rocks under a thick layer of moss. But that doesn't matter, because rocks don't really degrade with time, and we can actually use them. But first, I'm gonna the same deal. I'm gonna do like a little trench on the grass side, because I don't want to lose any area of the road. Now I have to keep those two in mind. They still need to be able to fit through this area. That's very important. If I make the road too narrow, then those two are just kind of stuck here. I have no way to get them to the other property if I need them there. Mr. Kirvets is 2.5. What about 3 meters wide? Joseph is a bit more, I'm guessing. Oh, that's like 3.5 should be pretty good. Yeah, this is gonna be 3.7. Even better. So I'm just gonna remove like a little layer of dirt from here. And I'm gonna dump it inside, which will raise that area up a bit. Maybe that's not a good idea. Not sure. Mitä vittu, no? Mitä sä teet, mä saa arvoa? Man, what a moron. It's like dropping a bucket of dirt in, I don't know, fresh concrete or something like that. It hurts. Copper. Yeah, money. Yeah, I know. That's a bit counterproductive, but whatever, man. Who even cares? Observe my little rock stash. A little pile that I was saving for a rainy day. And it happens to be a rainy day. Quite literally. But I think this is enough. I'm gonna leave that pile here at the moment. Don't wanna overload the dump bed. Plus that's about the bobcat size pile anyway. Just drive here with the bobcat and pick it up with that if I need it. But anyway guys, I think let's do a quick time lapse about this. Shouldn't take that long. I'm gonna put on some relaxing Witcher 3 music. That will help me to get through this part with minimum amounts of swearing. For you though, I have to put on some random nonsense, but I guess that's fine as well. Yeah. I guess that's it, guys. Mission accomplished. And I think Super Sister was right. An open triangle is a better option. What do you guys think? Give me honest answers. Before I was kind of not on board, but actually I think this works a bit better. Now if you put a wall there, then you also need to like have a wall there, and then you might as well like do the entire road. So yeah, I think this is a better option. But yeah, kind of weird actually. This everything I just did in this video wasn't the plan. I did not even plan to do a video about it. Maybe just a couple of clips into the odd ends episodes, but ended up being its own thing, I guess. Totally worth it though. I think it looks great. I mean, it's not finished yet. Still have that asphalt shavings. Need to fill that entire area with that stuff. However, I'm not gonna do that until the very end. I still have quite a few projects left at the spaceport. Got the firewood shed that I need to put there. Need to do something at the tractor shed. So more concrete baths this way. Maybe some additional goals, not sure. But once all that is finished, then this entire area will get that same stuff, which is over there. And that stuff is great. I really like it. It's been very durable. I do wonder though, do I need to install that fabric as well? I mean, some people tell me that no, I don't need if it's gravel. And other people have told me that, yeah, I do. So I'm kind of confused. Personally, I think I do. Because I'm afraid that the shavings, they will sink into that eventually. So if I have the fabric in the middle, then it should be all good. Now on this road, same situation like I have there. So like a gravel base, sandy gravel base at the bottom. And then I put that fabric down and finally the shavings. A year later, everything looks good. So I think I should not take any chances and put the fabric, you know, on that whole area, just in case. But you know, do let me know on that matter. I'm not really 100% sure. However, I think this video is over now. So bye bye.